I'm angry that it went on for so long. Angry that he did that to my son. We adopted them to protect them.
A Danville mother says she adopted her son to protect him from past sexual abuse as a child, and now she's angry that a person she thought she could trust also abused him. Good evening, I'm Brandon Morano.
And I'm Karina Rubio. First Baptist Church and Christian School in Danville is now linked to 3 men charged with criminal sexual assault. Most recently, a judge sentenced Robert Lazell to 12 years in prison. He was the school principal and the church's mission fund treasurer and deacon. WCI3's Marley Capper joins us. Marley, you've been looking into this case, and today you spoke with the victim.
That's right. I talked to Michael Young. He says the abuse started when he was in 8th grade and says it lasted until his senior year of high school. He didn't tell anybody until he was in college, and when he finally told his parents, they filed charges.
We adopted them to protect them.
Lisa Young says she adopted her son Michael and daughter Leanna in 2002, and both had been sexually abused.
In 8th grade, I noticed a huge change in him. And at first, I thought it was just his past coming to light.
But it wasn't. Her son was being sexually abused again. This time, it was her boss.
Bob Lazell was a little too friendly with my son.
She was a teacher at First Baptist Christian School in Danville. Lazell was the principal.
He would drive by our house at night, drive by in the alleyway.
Her mom instinct was telling her something was wrong.
But I couldn't prove it, and I looked at Michael's phone. It didn't show. Well, come to find out, he had given Michael a different phone.
Years after the abuse, Michael finally told his parents the truth.
I really couldn't take it anymore. Like, the truth was just so heavy.
Michael says it started when he was 14 years old, and he went to Lazell for help.
Very confused about what happened to me as a child, and I opened up to him.
He says what started as a mentorship turned into manipulation and years of sexual abuse.
If I didn't do said things, show him affection the way he wanted it to be, or the attention he wanted, there would be repercussions and consequences.
Michael says Lazell was there at every turn and would even stalk him if he blocked him on social media.
He made it a point to position himself in locker rooms and on trips in hotel rooms to be able to at least observe other young people, other boys specifically.
The abuse took a toll on Michael's mental health. Lisa says he attempted suicide several times in college. But now Michael is just happy Lazell is behind bars for the next 10 years.
Because that's 10 years that he can't hurt anybody else.
I reached out to the church. They sent me this statement saying in part, quote, First Baptist Church of Danville does not cover up abuse, and we have a zero tolerance for child abuse in our ministry. As a matter of policy, First Baptist Church reports all suspicions of potential child abuse to the authorities.
Makes me angry, but not with God, because God gives each one of us choices to make. And Bob Lazell made a wicked decision when he did that to my son.
Michael has a long healing journey ahead, but has found trust in God and in his faith that he wasn't sure could ever be restored.
After all I've been through, he has never forsaken me. And even though I felt like it at times, he has always been loyal. And if anything, it's honestly made my faith stronger.
Michael and Lisa both gave a statement in court last week. It was Michael's first time seeing Lazell since the abuse. He says it was liberating to see his abuser brought to justice. And it was nice seeing a crowd of blue wearing these shirts. Katie Gibson, who went to school with Michael, started the Blue Shirt Coalition to stand in solidarity with Michael and fill the courtroom with one color, so he knew he was supported. She says the whole case was a shock.
He was involved in everything. He was in the choir, he did children's ministries, he was obviously in charge of the school. And so when this case came out, it was a shock. It was a shock to all of us because we had other people charged in the past, but he wasn't on anyone's radar that I was aware of.
Lazell is now the 3rd person who previously worked at the church to be convicted of sexual criminal assault. In 2000, David Cornelius was terminated from First Baptist. He then taught at Schlarman, where he took a plea deal after sexual abuse allegations involving a 9-year-old. He was given a 4-year probation. And in 2013, Roger Van Raden was convicted after abusing a female student in his youth group. He's serving 15 years. You can read the church's full statement on our website, WCIA.com.